Okay, so here's a quick video on how to put the battery in the Olympus 35 DC. At the moment this has no battery in it, and with no battery you can't do anything with the camera. You can't click the shutter and the winder is stuck because with no battery it doesn't move. So to put the battery in, first you get this little brass holder and have it upright like a cup. You then get the positive terminal and put that down into the battery. So it should look like this, the smaller end of the battery visible here. That then goes up into the camera like this. So you can see the end, or you can see the bottom of the cup. So you've got the positive terminal facing up of the battery and the negative terminal is facing down. Go ahead and close the battery lid. And we should now get some action from the camera. Okay, so the power is now in place. Another feature of this camera is if there's no light, you can't take a picture either. So you need to point the camera to the light, and now you can click the shutter. And because you've clicked the shutter, you can now wind it on. So with the power in and the camera pointing to the light, you should be able to do this. Make sure you take the lens cap off as well, because this is the light sensor, and if the lens cap is on, it'll think it's too dark and it won't let you click the shutter, and then you won't get a wind on either. So there we go, that's the putting the battery in. And now that we've got the battery in, we can put the film in. So you take your film and you put maybe 1 centimeter of the film into the slit in the spool there, and then you pull the film across here, pull up the, oh no, there is no lever to pull up, just slot it into there. Make sure it's fairly tight here and make sure that's slotted in there. And now again you need to point it to the light to click the shutter, and as you wind on you may need to put a little bit of pressure here just to make sure it grabs. You can see the film winding. Just do that once or twice before you close the back of the camera, and then you're good to go. And when you close the back of the camera and you take each photo, click the shutter, you should see this spool here turning round, and that indicates that your film is properly loaded. If it's not turning round, then it probably means that you didn't insert the film into the slot in the back here, or it has popped out. But yeah, that's always a good idea to check that. And remember, it needs to be pointing into the light with the lens cap off to be able to click the shutter each time. I think that's about it. Any more questions, just give me a shout.